Welcome back, debate champions. Today, we're breaking down why office work is better than working from home and settling this debate once and for all. So grab your coffee and put on some real pants, because the era of pajama-clad productivity is officially over. Let's get into it. Spontaneous collaboration sparks real innovation, not scheduled Zoom calls. Let's be honest, the greatest eureka moments in history didn't start with a calendar invite and a stable internet connection. They happen when a designer overhears a marketer's problem by the coffee machine, or when an engineer walks past a whiteboard and adds a game-changing tweak. This creative friction, this beautiful, unplanned collision of minds, is the engine of genuine progress. Working from home tries to replicate this with awkward, forced virtual brainstorming sessions where everyone talks over each other before devolving into a discussion about whose cat just walked across their keyboard. True innovation is messy, organic, and spontaneous. It can't be scheduled between your 2 p.m. and your 2:30 p.m. Zoom calls. The office is the accelerator for these moments. Home is where they go to die. Your career progresses faster when you're actually seen by leadership. The old saying, out of sight, out of mind, isn't just a cliche. It's a career death sentence. While you're at home being a highly efficient but ultimately invisible digital ghost, your in-office colleagues are building real rapport with the decision makers. They're grabbing a quick coffee with the department head, having a hallway conversation that leads to a new project, or simply being present when a leadership opportunity arises. Your brilliant work delivered via email is easily forgotten, but the person who helped the CEO figure out the new printer is remembered. Proximity bias is real and ruthless. You can be the most talented person on the team, but if leadership forgets you exist until your quarterly review, your career will stall while your visible peers climb the ladder. All right, pause the debate. We've laid out our case, but now it's your turn. Drop your most savage, undeniable reason why the office reigns supreme in the comments below. The best arguments might just get immortalized in a future users edition. Don't hold back. We're judging your submissions. Now, back to the reasons. The office creates a hard boundary between your work life and your personal life. Your home is supposed to be your sanctuary, your refuge from the demands of the world. But the work-from-home experiment has turned it into a 24/7 open-plan office, where your laptop glares at you from the dinner table. There is no off switch. The boundary between professional duty and personal peace dissolves into a murky, anxiety-ridden swamp where you're never truly working and never truly resting. The physical act of leaving a workplace is a powerful psychological trigger. It's a definitive end. That commute home is a crucial mental airlock, decompressing you from work mode to home mode. At home, the workday just sort of fades out, often taking your sanity and your evening along with it. Work friendships are real, and they don't happen over Slack. Let's dismantle the fantasy that a series of emojis and GIFs on a corporate messaging platform constitutes a genuine human connection. Work friendships are forged in the trenches, in the shared eye roll during a pointless meeting, the mutual relief of hitting a tough deadline, or the spontaneous lunch outing to complain about the boss. These are the bonds that make a tough job bearable and a good job great. Working from home replaces this rich social fabric with sterile, scheduled interactions and a charmed general channel filled with pet photos. You don't build trust or camaraderie through a screen. You build it by sharing a coffee, navigating office politics together, and having a real-life conversation that isn't being monitored by IT. The office is a dedicated focus zone, free from home life distractions. The myth of focused work at home is a beautiful lie we tell ourselves. In reality, your house is a battlefield of distractions. There's the siren call of the laundry pile, the dog who believes your conference call is the perfect time for a squeaky toy solo, and the delivery driver who rings the bell with the urgency of a national emergency. Let's not even mention the refrigerator, a constant source of temptation and procrastination. The office, by contrast, is an environment engineered for one purpose: work. The background hum is of productivity, not your neighbor's lawnmower. It's a space where your brain understands the assignment. At home, your brain is trying to be a CEO, a pet entertainer, a laundromat operator, and a snack connoisseur all at once. Company-provided tech and ergonomics crush your makeshift home setup. Your home office is an ergonomic nightmare cobbled together with a dining chair that's actively trying to pretzel your spine and a laptop perched precariously on a stack of old magazines. You're fighting your kids for bandwidth while squinting at a single tiny screen. In the actual office, you are armed for success. We're talking about a high-end ergonomic chair that costs more than your car payment, dual ultra-wide monitors, enterprise-grade internet that doesn't buckle under pressure, and an on-site IT department to fix problems in minutes, not hours. A company invests in a professional environment for a reason. The right tools enable peak performance. Your makeshift home setup isn't a quirky workaround, it's a productivity bottleneck and a one-way ticket to chronic back pain. You can't replicate the energy of a bustling office from your spare bedroom. An office has a pulse. It's the low hum of focused work, the burst of laughter from the sales team, the frantic clicking of keyboards before a deadline. This collective energy is a powerful, unspoken motivator that pulls everyone forward. It creates a sense of shared purpose and momentum that you simply cannot manufacture alone in your pajamas. The energy of your home office is the sound of your own breathing, the hum of the refrigerator, and the crushing silence that makes every task feel like a solitary struggle. You can play a productivity playlist and light a scented candle, but you're just simulating a pulse. An office is a living, breathing ecosystem of ambition and collaboration. Your spare bedroom is just a room. Mentorship happens organically in person, not in a calendar invite. The idea that you can foster a meaningful mentorship through scheduled video calls is a corporate fantasy. True mentorship isn't a checklist item, it's a relationship built on spontaneous interaction. It's the senior leader who pulls you aside after a meeting to give you a crucial piece of feedback. It's the 5-minute masterclass you get by simply walking over to an expert's desk and asking, "Can you show me how you did that?" These invaluable, unscripted moments of guidance are impossible to replicate when you're just another face on a screen. Trying to formalize this organic process into a calendar invite strips it of all its power, turning a potential fountain of wisdom into an awkward, transactional conversation. The best lessons aren't taught, they're absorbed through proximity. Building a powerful professional network requires handshakes, not connection requests. Your LinkedIn profile is not a network, it's a digital Rolodex of strangers. A real professional network is built on genuine human interaction, the kind that happens at company events, in the elevator, or during interdepartmental meetings. It's about building trust and rapport that can only be established face-to-face, where body language and authentic conversation matter. A digital connection request is a low-effort, zero-impact gesture. It's easily ignored and quickly forgotten. But a firm handshake, a shared joke, and a real conversation build the kind of social capital that leads to future opportunities, collaborations, and career-defining support. You can't build a powerful alliance through a weak signal. You need to be in the room where it happens. A commute provides a crucial mental transition between your professional and personal self. The dreaded commute is secretly your best friend. It's not wasted time, it's a vital psychological buffer zone. The journey to work is a ritual that primes your brain for the challenges of the day, allowing you to mentally shift gears from parent or roommate to focused professional. The trip home is even more important. It's a decompression chamber. It gives you time to process the day's events, shed the stress, and arrive home ready to be present for your personal life. When your commute is a 10-step shuffle from your bed to your desk, that transition vanishes. Work bleeds into life, and life bleeds into work, creating a state of perpetual, low-grade stress where you're never fully on or fully off. Company culture is lived, not just read about in a memo. You can't absorb company culture through a PDF of corporate values or a chipper email from HR. Culture is the sum of 1,000 tiny in-person interactions. It's the inside jokes, the way teams celebrate a win, how leaders handle a crisis, and the unspoken rules of the break room. It's an immersive experience. When you work from home, you are an observer of the culture, not a participant. You get a filtered, sanitized version transmitted through official channels. You miss the nuances, the energy, and the authentic connections that define what it's truly like to be a part of the team. Reading about a collaborative environment in a mission statement is meaningless. Living it in a bustling office is everything. Solving problems is faster when you can walk over to a colleague's desk. The work-from-home problem-solving workflow is a masterclass in inefficiency. First, you send a Slack message. You wait, you see the typing indicator, then it disappears. 10 minutes later, you send a follow-up. Finally, you schedule a 30-minute Zoom call for tomorrow to resolve a 5-minute issue. In an office, this entire agonizing process is replaced by a simple, elegant solution: standing up and walking 10 feet. You can point at the same screen, sketch on a whiteboard, and reach a resolution in moments. This high-bandwidth, real-time communication is infinitely superior to the laggy, asynchronous back and forth of remote work. The office is built for speed and clarity. The remote setup is a monument to miscommunication and delay. On-site work eliminates the proximity bias that punishes remote employees. Proximity bias isn't a theory, it's a harsh reality. Managers, being human, naturally favor and assign better opportunities to the people they see and interact with every day. While you're a face in a box, your in-office counterparts are building relationships, being tapped for exciting last-minute projects, and having their opinions weighed more heavily simply because they are physically present. Working from home means you are constantly fighting against the subconscious preference for the tangible. You're not just doing your job, you're also fighting to maintain relevance. The office is the great equalizer. When everyone is present, opportunities are distributed based on merit and contribution, not on who happens to be sharing the same physical space as the boss. Getting dressed for the office boosts your confidence and mindset for success. The act of getting dressed for work is more than just a routine. It's a psychological trigger. Putting on professional attire is a signal to your brain that it's time to perform, to be sharp, and to be taken seriously. It's a suit of armor for the corporate world, boosting your confidence and shaping how you are perceived by others. The pajamas on the bottom, business shirt on top. WFH uniform is a joke that symbolizes a deeper problem, a sloppy approach to the workday. When you dress for success, you feel more capable, more authoritative, and more mentally prepared to tackle complex challenges. Dressing down for the living room might be comfortable, but it fosters a mindset of casual mediocrity, not professional excellence. Team bonding is about shared experiences, not awkward virtual happy hours. Let's call the virtual happy hour what it is: a sad, forced parody of real human interaction. Staring at 15 pixelated faces on a screen, all talking over each other while sipping lukewarm drinks in their respective kitchens, is not bonding. It's an HR-mandated endurance test. Real team bonding is forged through shared, tangible experiences. The spontaneous celebration after landing a huge client, the team lunch where you discover a mutual love for a weird hobby, or even the collective suffering through a terrible office coffee machine. These are the moments that build genuine rapport and trust, turning a group of individuals into a cohesive unit. You can't fast-track camaraderie through a video link. It has to be earned in the real world. The office provides a structured routine that remote work chaos can't match. Humans thrive on routine. The structured cadence of office life, waking up at a set time, commuting, starting work, taking a lunch break, finishing the day, provides a powerful framework for productivity and mental well-being. This rhythm creates clear expectations and minimizes decision fatigue, freeing up your mental energy for the actual work. Remote work, with its promise of flexibility, often descends into a chaotic free-for-all. Workday start and end times blur. Lunch becomes a frantic snack between meetings, and the lack of external structure leads to procrastination, followed by late-night panic sessions. The office isn't a prison, it's a scaffold that supports high performance. The freedom of working from home is often just the freedom to be disorganized and unfocused. Your ideas are heard better in a meeting room than when you're a muted box on a screen. In a real meeting room, your physical presence commands attention. You can use body language, make eye contact, and read the room to gauge reactions and tailor your pitch. Your voice has presence and authority. On a video call, you are reduced to a tiny, two-dimensional box. You're constantly battling the mute button, fighting to find a gap in the conversation without interrupting, and praying your internet connection doesn't freeze at the crucial moment. Good ideas get lost in the digital chaos, overlooked in favor of the loudest voice or the person physically sitting next to the boss. The dynamics of a physical room allow for a natural and impactful exchange of ideas. A virtual meeting is a technical and social obstacle course. Leaving the office provides a definitive, satisfying end to the workday. There is a unique and profound satisfaction in the act of shutting down your computer, packing your bag, and physically walking out the door of your workplace. It's a clear, unambiguous signal to your brain. The workday is over. This ritual provides closure, allowing you to mentally disconnect and fully transition to your personal time. When you work from home, the end of the day is a vague, fuzzy concept. You just stop. But the work is still there, physically present in your living space, tempting you to check one last email or tweak one more slide. This lack of a definitive ending leads to chronic work creep, where the day never truly feels finished, eroding your ability to rest and recharge. Onboarding new hires is profoundly more effective and welcoming in person. Remote onboarding is a cold, isolating experience. A new employee is shipped a laptop, sent a blizzard of introductory emails, and then left to navigate a complex web of digital tools and faceless colleagues alone. It's a recipe for confusion, disconnection, and early turnover. In the office, onboarding is a human experience. New hires are personally introduced to the team, they can absorb the company culture by observing their surroundings, and they can ask a nearby colleague a quick, stupid question without having to schedule a formal call. This immersive, supportive environment accelerates their integration and makes them feel like a valued part of the team from day one, not just another email address added to the company directory. The water cooler effect is a proven catalyst for creativity that WFH kills. Casual, unstructured conversations are not a waste of time. They are a critical component of a thriving, innovative workplace. The water cooler effect describes the spontaneous cross-pollination of ideas that happens when people from different departments bump into each other. A casual chat in the kitchen can uncover a solution to a problem that has plagued another team for weeks. An overheard conversation can spark a new marketing angle. These serendipitous encounters are impossible to schedule or replicate in a remote environment. Working from home forces all communication into planned, purposeful channels, effectively killing the random, informal exchanges that so often lead to breakthrough thinking. It replaces the fertile ground of the office with the sterile isolation of the home. Being physically present makes you an indispensable part of the team, not just a remote resource. When you work from home, you risk being viewed as a fungible asset, a name on a spreadsheet, a producer of deliverables. Your contribution, no matter how excellent, is transactional. But in the office, you are a living, breathing part of the team's fabric. You're the person who helps troubleshoot the printer, the one who organizes the team lunch, the colleague who offers a word of encouragement after a tough meeting. You become indispensable not just for your work, but for your human contribution to the team's morale and cohesion. This makes you more valuable, harder to replace, and more integrated into the company's success. Physical presence transforms your role from a remote contractor to a core team member. And there you have it. The verdict is in. Thanks for watching. Now get down to the comments and tell us which reason hit home the hardest, or add one we missed. If you love these verbal smackdowns, consider subscribing for more. This has been 21 Reasons Why. Epic debates, legendary comments.